All right, let me get down here so I can show you guys this. My lawn guy just came by here, and you can see we cut down all the canna lilies. Okay, you see that? And look at this. I want to show you this one that's starting to sprout. You see that? This is one of the reasons, guys, why if you're struggling to catch crappie, look at this. Look at it. There's another one that's getting ready to sprout. Because the ground is still warm. If the ground is warm, that means that the water is still warm. Okay, there are just little subtle signs that you'll see to tell you why you're not catching crappie if you're struggling. Okay, and let me tell you this, I'm struggling. Okay, and 98% of you guys can outfish me. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do in this segment right here. I'm just going to do an intro, guys, just to show you, even if you have multitudes, 150, 160 rod and reels that are on the market today and you're still struggling catching fish, don't worry about it. It happens. Okay, so listen, let me get myself together. Let's get to the back here, and I want to show you guys, listen, 8.2 million pieces of plastics, 150, 160 rod and reels on the market. Yes, we are the home of the nasty bin hook, and your boy Cam is struggling, and I'm going to show you why. Hold tight. Yank! Here's another culprit. One thing that you guys have always got to always remember when you're fishing for crappie. Spring, summer, winter, it's all about the water temperature. That's important. Always remember that. And if you go too long, guys, look, I got my depth finder. The reason why it's portable, why I haven't let this thing go, is because it's so versatile. I don't have to get on the boat and get all the way out there, load it up, find out what the water temperature is. It's all about the water temperature. Okay? Come from winter, headed into pre-spawn, it's all about the water temperature. 56, 62, 64 degrees, they're going to start hitting. All right? They go into their gestation period, crappie, getting ready to get fat, to get ready to conceive. It's all about the water temperature. Let me turn it on real quick. You saw I got my rubbers on. All right, come on, let's go in the water. Everything starts and stops with the water temperature. Okay, I think this is just my interpretation. I think that the water temperature is not cold enough, and with that being said, you're going to watch it drop. You can see we're in super shallow water, so the top number is the depth, but the bottom number is what we're looking for. 63. It's probably going to drop somewhere around 60. Okay, let's just let it go on out a little bit. Let me take another little small step here. You can see I'm in the water. It's all about the water temperature, 62. Now, let me explain this to you. Now you can see the depth has adjusted to 2 feet. Let me say this to you. If it stays warm enough too long, rolling into December, guys, we're practically in December already. Look at that, 61. And that water temperature is not going to get down into the 50s. Okay, the reason why Cam is struggling, they may have already conceived. Okay, you guys got to remember, December, January, 60 days is their gestation period. They're dropping in February. So we're already, November's gone. We're finished with November. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. There you go, 60 degrees. See, my opinion, that's why I'm struggling right now. And I'm catching babies. I'm catching adolescents, some that are, 11 inches. I'm not interested in 11-inch crappie. If I go out there and I catch 1 or 2, 3 or 4 crappie that are 11 inches, it's not worth my time. I can feel the cold water coming through these boots. I can feel how cool it is. And let me say this. I got a lot to say. Because you guys think that just because, Cam owns, he designs rod and reels. He has all these plastics that he designs. And every time Cam goes out there, he catches. That's not necessarily the case. Okay? That's not necessarily the case. Let me turn the depth finder off. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to put you guys on the pedestal. And we're going to have some conversation as to why you're struggling, why I'm struggling. Okay? And that way you guys can hear directly from me as to what I'm doing, what I will be looking for, what will help me moving forward. So let me get set up. Let me put you guys on the pedestal so I can look you in your eye and talk to you so you'll know exactly where I'm coming from, okay? Okay, guys, I'm finished setting up. I wanted to show you this. We're already getting prepared for spring 2024. So crappie's gestation period, and I'm going to sit you down on the camera here in a little bit and kind of give you a little bit more explanation as to why you may not be having any luck out there catching crappie. Okay, so now you can see my buckets are starting to, they're now full with curly tails. Okay, that's called the Fireball Red, which is an exclusive color of Cam's. That's called the Black and Chartreuse. All of these have hologram flake in them. Okay, this right here is the Fireball Blue. That's 30,000 pieces right there. Each one of them is 30,000 pieces. Okay, so, and here is the Monkey Milk and Chartreuse, which is an exclusive color of Cam's. Got that hologram flake in there as well. So that's 30,000 pieces. We're already concentrating on spring, so we are now finished with November. November's over with, okay? And so December, January, second week in February, I'm back out there casting and retrieving. Oh, by the way, I want to show you guys this. If you guys, I know I got some old school cats out there that love cork handle. Our Portuguese cork comes from Portugal. The best cork comes from Portugal. Why you see so many rod and reels out there with cork handles? Because cork is one of the best conductors of feel through that carbon fiber rod. All of my rods, all these rods that you see here are carbon fiber. Okay, so if you need a new outfit, for spring 2024, don't wait till the last minute. By the way, I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for all the love and support. Guys, we are just about 100 orders away from shipping 10,000 orders booked and shipped. Okay, we've already crossed over well over the 9,000 mark, and we're just bumping 10,000 orders booked and shipped. And that's, guys, I have to bow to you guys, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. This right here is the 8+1 nasty stick, 6'2". This one right here is the gold nasty stick, 6'2". That's the bronze, the blue, and so on and so forth. You can see all of them. Each one of them have different ball bearings. So all you got to do is just, you'll see the Cam's Crappie hole down there below. So if you want to order, and listen, I'm going to give you 20 or 25% off? 20 or 25% off. Anyway, I got to figure that out. I'll have it down there. You'll be able to see it, okay? It just slipped my mind real quick. But I think it is 25% off. At checkout, you punch in code H is in Harry, 20 or 25. H is in Harry, 20 or 25, and you get that discount at checkout. So if you think you may be in the market for a new ultralight, I got you covered. And remember, all of these are carbon fiber. Every single one of them. Okay, come brand new. So if you need that, you'll be ready to go. Okay, back to what I was saying. So even though, guys, we're already getting prepared for the motion tail, okay, the curly tail, you can see the tail in the action. So these replicate, they put off a low frequency sound, but they're activated by motion from casting and retrieving. It's a swimming bait. Okay, these are some of my hottest colors. And guys, you remember last year I put these out and they just went crazy over these. You can see the hologram flake in there. Okay, that's called the Fireball Blue, and of course Black and Chartreuse. You can see the hologram flake in that. And last but not least, you can see the Fireball Red. Okay, so even though you may have your own backpack tackle box, guys, you got 8.2 million pieces of plastics that are out. You got your own rod and reels. Guess what? Let me sit down. I want to look you in your eyes, and I'm going to tell you why you may not be having any luck catching crappie, okay? Look at that. You're a mess. Okay, let me get back to telling you guys what's going on. This is very, very simple stuff, but you guys have to understand, you got to be careful not to beat yourself up over not catching crappie, okay? You have to be able to understand there's a time and a season for everything. If you're not having any luck, November, you didn't have any luck, you're coming up on December, you're not having any luck, January, you're not having any luck, don't worry about it, because some years the harvest is better with crappie than others. Okay, you'll go out one year, you'll catch, top of pre-spawn, you'll catch 50, 60, 70 crappie one year, 200, 300, 400, and the next year you may only do 45, 50. Okay, some harvest times are better. You'll be able to catch more crappie some years. The spawn is better, the pre-spawn is better in some years than it is for others. Okay, just like if you have a garden, some years you may be a whole lot more fruitful than you were the last year. That's just the way things work. So you saw earlier the plants, the grass, everything is changing. So as a matter of fact, everything's all related. You remember, was it 2019, 2020? Because of COVID, things change. We change. Your habits change. Guys, fish and every living thing is very similar to that. Okay? So don't beat yourself up over not being able to catch crappie. I've had a lot of you guys say, Cam, you know what, man, I went out and I caught 2 little fingerling bass and I caught 1 little baby brim, 6 hours. Hey, that's fishing. That's why they call it fishing and not catching. It's part of it. But you have to have one word that sticks with you, and that's persistence. Guys, I'm out there struggling. I've just about written off. Okay, if you've been following me for a while, Cam don't like cold weather. I'm out here right now, and day before yesterday, we was 72 degrees. Now we're going to hit 33 tonight. That's part of it, man. Okay, winter's getting ready to set in, and come January, I'm going to be dropping habitat. Okay, so let's look at it. We're finished with November. December, January, that's 60 days. 2 weeks after that, guys, comes pre-spawn down here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm back on top of them. And let me tell you this. Even though you guys may have the best electronics, you want me to tell you something that's how this can work against you? I'm going to tell you how this can work against you. You can see the crappie in the water or the fish in the water, and they still won't bite. You know they're there, and they still won't bite. Okay? It has nothing to do with you. It's just that time of the year. Once they conceive, guys, they're going to sit and just look at everything go by. They're just going to watch. Okay? You're on top of them. You may have the right color bait. You may have the right size bait. You may present it in the correct way, but they're still not going to bite. And it has nothing to do with you. Now, come pre-spawn, come February, and it's time for them to get ready to drop those eggs. They're going to be ready to eat and protect. That's when you're going to be able to catch them. So what we're doing here at Cam's Crappie Hole, guys, we're getting ready. We're getting ready for pre-spawn. You can see I'm getting ready to start testing. Come end of January, I'll be out there testing these curly tails, because that's how I'll be catching them in the shallows. Right now, guys, they're just not showing me no love. So I have to be able to understand that, listen, if you know somebody that tells you, every time I go out, I catch big crappie, every single time, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I can sell you. Okay? And I'll have the title when you meet me there to sell it to you. So understand, guys, don't knock yourself out of the opportunity to catch fish. Crappie are just funny like that. Remember, the juice is when you're catching crappie, locating them, trying to track them. That's part of it, okay? So, as you can see behind me, guys, it don't matter if you got 8 million, 10 million, 20 million pieces of plastic. You got 150 rod and reels on the market. You got your own backpack tackle box. You got the best set of electronics. It still won't matter. If those crappie are not biting, they're not biting. You may go out there, you may catch 1 or 2, but is it really worth you going? It all depends on the individual. Going out there and 22-degree temperatures and catching 1 crappie, for me, that's a personal choice. You have to decide that. But for Cam, it's not worth it. Okay, listen, I wanted to give that to you guys, so you'll have that. You saw earlier, I'm going to have a picture up there in the right-hand corner or left-hand corner. If you're starting to see the canna lilies, which is the plant that I showed you earlier, if you see that plant is starting to grow up out the ground, springtime, that means it's time. That means the ground is warm. And if the ground is warm, that means the water's starting to get warm. And if the water's starting to get warm, remember, during pre-spawn, February, depending on weather, could be 3rd week in February, it could be the 1st week in March. You're targeting 56 to 62 degree water temperature is what you're looking for. It can start even a touch earlier than that, okay? And you're going to see me back out there casting and retrieving. I'll be using the motion bait. You remember my videos prior, I was running the stinger shad, straight tail. I'm not running the stinger shad no more. I'm running the curly tail. That's what I'll be catching off of. And also, guys, we also have the paddle tail. And you'll see it right down there on the screen where the code at checkout is H20 or H25. I'll have it on the screen so you'll be able to see it. So at checkout, if you need a new outfit, you need a new cork handle, my Nasty Stick 6.2 carbon fiber with that Portuguese cork handle, at checkout, punch in H20, H as in Harry, 20 or H as in Harry, 25. I'll have it on the screen so you can see it right down there. And you just put it in at checkout. You'll see camscrappiehole.com, okay, and you just check out. If you need a new tackle box, I got you covered. Those curly tails that you see, the Fireball Red, Fireball Blue, the Black and Chartreuse, or you see the Monkey Milk and Chartreuse, which is one I'll be using come spring. We sell them in a 100-pack and we sell them in a 40-pack. So you decide which ones you want, and they make a great gift, by the way, for Christmas. Listen, let me say this to you guys. Every single one of you that have subscribed to my channel, every single one of you guys that have subscribed to my channel, in the next 12, 14, 15 months, we're going to be taking our channel to a different level coming soon. Okay, we're going to be crossing over. We're going to be doing something that is crazy. We're still going to be crappie fishing, but I have a really, really big surprise for you guys coming in the future. And as we start walking towards it each quarter, I'll be giving you updates. Okay, I'll be giving you updates so you'll be able to see exactly what we're doing step by step by step by step. Okay, and it may conclude even faster than 12, 15 months. But listen, stay tuned. And I've had a lot of you guys to tell me, Cam, for some reason or other, I'm not getting your notifications. Right down below this video, make sure that you've hit that subscribe button and make sure that bell is clicked, because some people are having a little bit of trouble. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. So in my future videos, you're not going to want to miss this. Number one, you're not going to miss my crappie season coming up pre-spawn. Number two, you're not going to want to miss what we got coming out moving forward. And remember, thank you guys so much for the love and support. We're trying to cross over 30,000 subscribers. I need your love and support. Share my material. Hit that like, that thumbs up button down there. That helps with YouTube, with the algorithms, to help other people who are interested in our material, like yourselves, to find us that much easier. So do that. If you want to donate to my channel, it's free of charge. And tell everybody about our fishing channel. So we're going to be expanding our fishing channel coming soon, guys. You got to stay tuned. I'm telling you, if you don't do nothing else, you got to stay tuned in the next 12 months, 12 to 15 months. So like I said, I'm going to be giving you updates every quarter. All right, so a recap. Don't worry about if in fact you're not catching crappie or if you're struggling catching crappie. Don't worry about it. 60, 70 days, I'm in a countdown. I'm going to show you how to load your basket and what I will be using weekly, rolling into second week of February, third week of February, first week of March. Because I'm telling you, by the time end of March comes, I'll already be 300-400 crappie up, easy. But you guys know I toss a lot of my crappie back. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for sharing, taking some time out. If you have any questions about anything, if you have any problems, also I want you guys to remember, I'm one of very few cats that are out there that will give you guys and break up your entire cart in payments through through Afterpay or ShopPay. You'll see it at the top left-hand corner. Okay, so your entire cart. Matter of fact, with ShopPay, I'll extend your credit up to $100,000. I'll finance anything in my store. Your entire cart. You need a new 2-man boat? I got you. You need a used 2-man boat? I got you. Okay. I can ship it directly to your door, and I can break you up into payments. So you won't have to worry about coming out of pocket right down there at checkout. Plus, guys, we accept every form of payment that there is. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, Afterpay, ShopPay, what else do we accept? Apple Pay, PayPal, Google Pay. That's about 10 forms of payment. So I got you covered, guys. That's why I've been doing this, guys, for almost a decade. And we're still here without any signs of slowing down. I'm so excited because I want to tell you guys what we're going to be doing in the future, but I'm going to hold tight. I'm going to keep those horses in the stable, okay? Listen, if you need to reach me, just downstairs, right below this video, you have any comments, listen, I make sure that I go through my comments. And listen, I have a lot of administrators that answer questions, and we have a huge following on Facebook. So a lot of the people that have been following me for the last 10 years, they'll answer your questions too because they've been following me for that long. They're part of our home team, okay? So if you want to join also on Facebook, our community is free. Just go to Facebook, punch in Cam's Crappie Hole Community. And if you want to post pictures of what you catch, no matter what type of fish that it is, you want to post your jigs, you tie jigs, your hand tie jigs, you make your own Mosley plastics, you have your own rod and reel. Listen, you can advertise on our community page. Okay, we accept anything that's got to do with fishing. And if you'd like to become an administrator and help us keep the community clean, because we're all one big family. Okay, all you got to do is just let us know. You contact me, email, call me, Cam. I'd like to participate. A lot of things come into our community that are not visible because we have a lot of kids that are not visible for them to see. So we try to keep our community clean. You know, sometimes you have cookies, something attached or something else, somehow or another to get in our community. So we welcome the help to help keep our community clean. Just go to Facebook, Cam's Crappie Hole Community. Okay, guys. Until next time, until next week. This is your boy Cam with Cam's Crappie Hole. Keep those hooks wet, keep those lines tight, and we'll see you on the next turn.